Over the years, there have been a handful of cruise products that have earned a permanent spot in our luggage because, well, they genuinely make cruising easier, less stressful, or simply more enjoyable. And the good news is that right now, many of them are available for some of the lowest prices I've seen in a long time. So before those deals disappear, I'm walking you through the cruise essentials we actually use, the ones I'd buy again tomorrow, and where some of the biggest savings are right now. Oh, and if we haven't met yet, I'm Evan from Family at Sea. If this is your first time watching my channel, I'm glad you're here. And if you've been here a while, you already know how much I appreciate you. If you're ready, I am. Let's go. Before we dive in, just a quick heads up. Some of the links in the description below are affiliate links. So if you decide to buy something through them, I may earn a small commission, but it's at no extra cost to you. And just so you know, I will never recommend gear I don't personally use or trust. Everything I'm sharing in this video is stuff I've either purchased myself or genuinely believe will help make your cruise better. So if you do use the links to support the channel, I truly appreciate it. All right, let's get into the list. One of the quickest ways to turn a great port day into a stressful one is watching your phone battery drop into the red when you're nowhere near an outlet. Because let's face it, your phone isn't just taking photos, it has your ship schedule, excursion details, maps, and it's probably the way you're staying in touch with everyone traveling with you as well. And that's why I always travel with a portable battery bank like this. I've tested a lot of these things over the years, and this is the one I keep coming back to because it's compact, lightweight, has built-in charging cables, and plugs directly into the wall when it's time to recharge. I actually have 4 of these things, and every time I stop by the cabin, I just grab a fully charged one and plug this one in to recharge. It's the first item on this list because aside from my passport, this is the most important thing in my bag. Now, a waterproof pouch probably isn't the first thing you think about packing for a cruise, but you'd be surprised at how often you use it. And I'm not talking about a tiny phone sleeve with a plastic window. This is the one I bring in. It's big enough for a phone, passports, cash, and cards, so everything stays together and dry. It's got a waterproof interior that seals shut, and I just throw it on my shoulder, and I am good to go. This is one of the things that I have with me at all times during my cruise. And speaking of travel gear, today's video is sponsored by Level 8. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you've no doubt seen us traveling with Level 8 luggage because it's what we've actually been using on our trips for quite a while now. This is their luminous textured carry-on, and it's one of the best options out there for cruisers who want something lightweight, durable, and easy to travel with, all at a budget-friendly price. The polycarbonate shell does a great job balancing durability and weight, while the wheels glide smoothly and make navigating airports and cruise terminals effortless. And inside, the layout is simple and practical without a lot of wasted space, and the materials have held up extremely well, which is honestly impressive because I've had several more expensive bags that didn't hold up nearly as well as this one. And this is their Sparter Soft Cooler. Now, this isn't something I typically pack for a cruise, but it's something I can see a lot of you getting a ton of use out of before and after your cruise. What's impressed me about this is that it doesn't feel like a cheap soft cooler. The insulation is thick, the materials feel premium, and it has a leak-proof zipper designed to help keep cold air in longer. And it even comes with a custom-fit reusable ice pack, and despite being easy to carry, there's still plenty of room inside. And when you're done using it, it takes up far less space than a traditional hard-sided cooler. So if you're interested in checking these out, I'll put links below where you can grab them on Amazon, as they currently have pricing lower than I've seen before, or you can order directly through Level 8's website and use the code FAMILYATSEA to get an additional 10% off. If you only buy one thing from this list, this might be the one I'd choose. An AirTag won't prevent your luggage from getting lost, but it can tell you where it is when that happens. And trust me, there's a big difference between an airline saying they're looking for your bag and, well, being able to open your phone and see exactly where it is. It saved me more times than I ever would have guessed, so I keep one in every bag we travel with now, whether it's checked or carry-on. Hopefully you never need them, but if you do, they're worth every penny. Next up are the Nordiv 8 water shoes, which are these right here. And if your cruise includes a beach day, snorkeling excursion, waterfall adventure, or anything that involves walking into the water, These are absolutely worth packing because look, some cruise destinations have beautiful beaches, but not necessarily soft sandy bottoms, and trying to navigate rocky shorelines barefoot can get painful fast. I'm looking at you, Ocean Key. What I like about these Nord of 8 shoes is that they have a real rubber sole with good grip and enough protection to keep rocks and shells from digging into your feet. They also drain and dry quickly, so you're not sloshing around in wet shoes the rest of the day. And unlike cheaper water shoes, which I've tried a bunch of that fall apart the first time you use them, we've been able to use these time and time again without issue. But if your goal isn't getting your feet wet, it's keeping them dry, Nord of 8 also makes waterproof hiking shoes and boots as well. And these things are surprisingly lightweight, a lot more budget friendly than other brand names we've tried, and they're comfortable enough to wear all day long. So for Alaska, Iceland, Northern Europe, or anywhere that rain is a part of the experience, these give you the waterproof protection and extra traction you want without feeling like you're stomping around in a pair of bricks all day. I gotta say, I love that these compete with much more expensive brands at a fraction of the cost. This is one that never makes it into my luggage, but my wife absolutely loves it. Whenever we're exploring a port, this bag is usually slung over her shoulder because it's the perfect middle ground between carrying a backpack and trying to cram everything into your pockets. It has enough room for her phone, wallet, sunglasses, charger, cruise card, and a few other essentials, but it's still compact enough that it doesn't feel bulky walking around all day. What she likes most is that it folds down into almost nothing when we're packing, so it takes up very little space in our suitcase until we actually need it. One of the easiest ways to ruin a cruise is with a bad sunburn. Whether you're spending the day at the beach, relaxing by the pool, exploring a port, or just sitting on an open deck at sea, it's easy to get more sun exposure than you realize. And the reason I like this version is it's simple. A lot of people skip sunscreen because they don't want to deal with the mess, but this makes it easy to reapply throughout the day because you just spray it on and you're good to go. It's one of those things you often don't think about until the damage is already done. And by then, well, it's too late. Polarized sunglasses are one of those cruise items that people don't always think about until they're already wishing they had them. Because between the water, pool decks, beaches, and hours spent outdoors, the glare can be surprisingly intense even when it doesn't feel especially sunny. But polarized sunglasses cut through that reflection so you can actually see what's in front of you instead of squinting all day. And they also make everything from spotting wildlife to enjoying the view from the ship a lot more comfortable. And I like these in particular because they're good quality but also budget friendly, which is not something I often say about polarized sunglasses. The next one isn't exactly the most glamorous cruise accessory, but if you've ever dealt with chafing on a hot day, you know how miserable it can make a vacation. Whether you're walking around a cruise port, spending the day at the beach, or just dealing with heat and humidity on board, a little friction can turn into a lot of discomfort surprisingly fast. What I like about this one is that it goes on like a deodorant stick and it's not greasy and it doesn't make a mess. You just apply it before heading out for the day and it helps prevent the problem before it ever starts. Look, cruise cabins can be surprisingly noisy, and if you're a light sleeper like I am, that can be a problem. Between hallway conversations, slamming cabin doors, late night neighbors, and the occasional chair dragging competition happening somewhere above you, getting a good night's sleep isn't always as easy as you'd expect. But these sleep earbuds are designed specifically for sleeping, which means they're a lot more comfortable than trying to sleep on your side with regular earbuds. You just stick them in your ear and they fit in flat. So when you lay on your side, if you're a side sleeper like I am, they don't protrude and stab your ear as you're trying to sleep. And what I also like is the companion app, which includes sleep sounds, relaxation audio, and smart alarm features designed to help you both fall asleep and wake up more comfortably. Because look, here's the truth. When you're trying to make the most of a cruise vacation, a good night's sleep can make a bigger difference than almost anything else. If you cruise somewhere warm, this next one might just become your new best friend. One thing that I find surprises a lot of people is how much time you spend standing outside on a cruise. You're waiting for a shuttle, walking through a port, exploring a private island, or waiting in line for an excursion, and it can all get pretty uncomfortable when the heat and humidity kick in. What I like about this neck fan is that it keeps your hands free, it's surprisingly quiet, and it moves a lot more air than you'd expect from something this compact. And I gotta say, the battery life is also excellent, so it'll easily get you through a full day ashore. This next one, I gotta be honest, before I actually tried these, I really didn't get why people love packing cubes so much, but now I can't imagine packing without them. And I've tried a bunch of these things, and what I really like about these is that not only do they help you organize things, but by compressing your clothes down, you can fit significantly more into the same suitcase, which is especially helpful if you're trying to travel with a carry-on or avoid checking a bag. And I also love the mesh top because you can see exactly what's inside each cube without opening every single one, trying to figure out where you pack that flamingo shirt that you love and, well, your wife can't stand. For some people, the fear of getting seasick is enough to take the excitement out of a cruise before it even begins. But this is the Emeterm wristband. It's a drug-free device designed to help reduce nausea without making you feel sleepy or groggy. What I love about this versus traditional C-bands is that it doesn't just rely on pressure. Instead, it actually delivers a small electrical pulse that's designed to help stop nausea in its tracks when symptoms start showing up. It's rechargeable, waterproof, easy to pack, and for anyone concerned about motion sickness, this is one of those things that you'll want to bring with you on every cruise once you see how effective it is. Magnetic hooks are one of those cruise products that doesn't seem all that useful until you spend a few days in your cruise cabin and realize there's not enough space to store all the little things like sunglasses, lanyards, hats, and whatever else you brought with you. So it all either ends up in a pile on the floor, on your bed, or on the one small desk in the room. But fortunately, because most cabin walls and ceilings are metal, these hooks let you take all that stuff and get it off the desk, off the floor, and most importantly, out of the way. What I like about these particular hooks is that they're really strong, so you don't have to worry about them constantly sliding down the wall or falling off. So by now, hopefully you found a few cruise essentials that can make your next vacation a little easier, a bit more comfortable, and maybe even save you some money along the way. Here's the thing. No matter how well you pack, the people you cruise with can have just as much impact on your vacation as what's inside your suitcase. And here's the bad news. Whether you're sailing the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, or somewhere else around the world, every cruise comes with its own cast of characters, and some will make your vacation better, but others will test your patience. And if you've cruised before, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. But the good news, well, that's exactly what my next video is all about. In it, I'm breaking down the 12 types of cruisers you'll meet on every cruise, from the people everyone loves having on board to the ones you'll spot from a mile away. So don't stop here. Once you finish packing, click that video next because I have a feeling you'll recognize more than a few of them, and you might even identify with a couple of them yourself. I'll see you over there. If you're ready, I am. Let's go.